Welcome inside the Bercy Arena in Paris. It is men's semi-final action in wheelchair basketball featuring Great Britain versus Germany in our first game of the session. My name is Rob Snook. Glad to have you along wherever you're watching for this intriguing battle for a spot in the gold medal final. Perfect record for Great Britain, 4-0. Germany has alternated wins and losses, but they've won at the right time to land in this semi-final. That was an incredible performance for Germany in its game against Spain because they had really broken the curse. It had been 6 straight occasions that Germany had lost in the quarterfinals, but not in Paris 2024. Now time for the coup de bâton ceremony to officially launch the program. The 3 taps as used in French theater, signifying the official start of the performance. And handling the honor is Jules Rambaud, who won an Olympic silver medal for France just a few weeks ago in 3x3 basketball. And with that honor done, it's now our honor to meet the 2 teams here battling for a spot in the gold medal game. We expect an electric crowd of over 12,000 in attendance here at the Bercy again. Let's meet the team from Germany. They were 7th in Tokyo 3 years ago. They have a chance at a medal, guaranteed a top 4. There's Nico Dreimüller, where's the number 5. He has been a starter in every game this tournament. Matthias Güntner, having a really strong tournament. There is Tobias Hell. He's come on as a substitute in every game and been effective for Germany in this tournament. Jan Sadler is the captain of the team from Hannover United. Had to be just a relief and a thrill for him. There is Jan Sadler, also from that Hannover United team. Wearing the number 12 for Germany is Jens-Eike Albrecht. Plays at the Thuringia Bulls. There is Thomas Böhme, Tommy Böhme. He is a star in this sport as we meet Aliaksandr Halouski. That was Alexander Budde, also another Hannover United player. Thomas Reier, first Paralympic Games for him, trying to make his mark. There's Julian Lammering, the 20-year-old, the youngest player on this German team. Their last Paralympic medal was a silver in Barcelona back in 1992 on the men's side. A win today would put them in a guaranteed spot for a medal and into the gold medal game. And from Great Britain, here comes Lee Fryer. He's averaging over 5 points per game so far in the tournament. Simon Brown, averaging about 11.5 minutes on the floor. There's Kyle Marsh. He's been picking up over 7 points per game in the tournament. Terry Bywater's put up some nice numbers, 6.5 points in just 5.5 minutes on the floor for the 7-time Paralympian. There's Harry Brown. Speedy player, makes a nice contribution to the team. Abdi Jama, veteran Paralympian on this team in his 5th Paralympic Games. The man who was the MVP of the 2018 World Championships, Gregg Warburton, averaging over 18 points per game. That man leads the tournament in scoring. Lee Manning, the big man, almost 17, I might have said scoring, but it was rebounding, almost 17 rebounds per game as we see Jim Palmer make his way out. He's started all of the games this week. And we saw Peter Cusack. There's Ben Fox. And Ben Fox has been a key contributor to this team, almost 15 points per game. So has the captain, Phil Pratt. He can score and he can distribute almost 15 assists per game to go with his 10-plus points for head coach Bill Johnson. Great Britain has been in a medal game at the 8 straight Paralympics in a row now. What a program they have developed in GB. Let's listen now to the national anthems of both nations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem for Germany. The national anthem for Great Britain.
Seven members of the Great Britain team that took bronze 3 years ago in Tokyo are out on the floor for them. Captain Phil Pratt was not in those games. He is here. I understand he missed those games for family reasons. Well, he seems thrilled to be here. There you see the lineup for Germany. I can tell you this. It'll be Dreimüller and Güntner, Glossner, Böhme, and Budde in the starting lineup. This is the same starting lineup that Germany used yesterday or the previous day in their quarterfinal, whichever day that was, their quarterfinal matchup. And that was interesting because they switched things up a little bit as we see the Great Britain lineup. I can tell you their starters will be Warburton, Manning, and Palmer, Fox, and Pratt. Same group they have used. Crew chief is Christian Kolombati. The umpires are Adam Franchak and Blaine Kropjanov. And the commissioner is Juan Magallanes Reyes. In Germany's win in the quarterfinals, that man was a star. Tommy Böhme poured in 26 points, grabbed 15 rebounds, distributed 7 assists in his 40 minutes on the floor. That man, Nico Dreimüller, has started each and every game. He scored 10 in that quarterfinal win as well. Head coach is Michael Engel. Former Thuringia Bulls coach, still works with that organization. His assistant, Martin Kluck. The head coaches and the assistant coach for Great Britain are Bill and Joey Johnson. Bill is the man sitting down with the glasses. Joey's the one standing behind the number 16 there, Jim Palmer, and that is Joey Johnson, the brothers from Manitoba in Canada. brought their team to the semifinals of the Paralympic Games to battle against Michael Engel's team with a spot in the gold medal game on the line. I wonder if maybe now for Germany, the pressure feels like it's off a little bit. The pressure was to get beyond the quarterfinals. Do they play their very best, or they just played their very best game of the tournament in the quarterfinals? Now do they play an even higher level of game? That is the question. Averaging almost 17 points per game. He's pretty lethal from the free throw line. Saved his very best for when it mattered most. Gregg Warburton has just continued to play at the highest of high levels. Look at those free throw numbers. He hasn't had a ton of free throws, but he's hitting 100%. And we are underway in this semifinal between Great Britain in white and Germany in black. And it's first possession for GB. And this is how it often starts, with Pratt feeding Warburton, who goes under the basket, loops around, and banks it in. Just 17 seconds in, Great Britain has its first points. Just incredibly agile is Warburton. Reads the defense and then gets the finish. Here's Böhme. Overhand pass across for Dreimüller behind Budde's screen, and he nails one in. And Germany's got reason to celebrate, and Dreimüller all pumped up. So Jan Haller has, no, that can't be right. They said number 10 Haller, but he's on the bench. So the foul is against Glossner, number 9 for Germany. And Gregg Warburton drops in another one. Great Britain, the highest scoring team in the tournament. They also have the best shooting average. So that time Dreimüller just kind of ran into his own teammate. Ball's going to be inbounded by Germany with 13 seconds to work here on the shot clock. Böhme surveys the scene. Takes it to the right wing. Watched by Fox. Lobs a pass for Dreimüller. Again setting up behind Budde. And again dropping it in. And an offensive foul here has been called against Great Britain. It's against Lee Manning. That was that nice shot from Dreimüller, who's got a really nice stroke. Well, the interesting thing about the lineup situation for Germany is Aliaksandr Halouski had been starting the first 3 games and was somewhat effective. Maybe he would say he could have been more effective. And he came off the bench in the quarterfinal, and he was dynamite. Had 15 points to go to 6 rebounds and 6 assists. So that's where he is again, starting the game on the bench. Germany hopes they'll do brilliantly without him. They need to bring him in. Well, they've got the confidence that he plays well coming off the bench. Here's Warburton. And his first miss of the game. Here's Alexander Budde. 23-year-old launches a pass for Dreimüller. Almost to Glossner, but even though that arcing pass looked like it was headed to number 9 on Germany, it was the big man Manning who intercepted it from Great Britain. Warburton takes the drop off from Pratt, and that one rattles out, and we're stuck at 4-4. Böhme. It's a 5-on-4 with Great Britain having a Palmer out of the play. Into the hands of Dreimüller. That one's a bit off the mark. So 2.5 minutes in, everybody was nailing their shots the first couple times down the floor, and not so much in the last couple of minutes. Here's Pratt. Here's Fox. Just outside the lane. Can't drop it in. Rebound scooped up by Günther. Günther now into the hands of Böhme. Bounces it across for Dreimüller. Back to Böhme. Doesn't want to shoot it. Swept away by Warburton with 5 seconds on the clock. Not a bad play at all there by Gregg Warburton. Here's Böhme. He's going to put one up, and it's eventually going to drop in. Had a monster game against Spain, the game that Germany really needed him to have, pouring in 26 points, and he was dynamite from the free throw line. Here's Pratt, the Great Britain captain. Warburton set up behind the screen of Fox, and he hits another one. These two teams met on the opening day of this tournament, the very first game of this tournament. Great Britain won that one handily when you look at the final score, but Germany obviously has a chance to bounce back and make people forget about that and learn some things. And here comes Great Britain with the score tied at 6s. Warburton, and he's done all the scoring so far. And the commentator in-house, the PA announcer, has been calling him Mr. Warburton, and well earned. Böhme. Nice little pass inside for Budde, and he is going to draw the foul. Germany getting ready to make some substitutions here. And here they come. And it's within a single point after Aliaksandr Budde dropped that one in. 67% free throw shooter from this tournament, or in this tournament thus far. Warburton, only scorer in the game so far for Great Britain. That one doesn't want to fall. Into the game for Germany. Halouski and Hell. And here is Alex Halouski. He's got time and space. He might have had more time than he thought. Germany trying to work hard to keep Great Britain out of the lane. Pratt does manage to get it to Manning, who is in the lane under the basket. And he makes no mistake. First basket scored by someone not named Warburton for Great Britain. That's an important thing for their game. It's 2-on-2 right now with Dreimüller. Now waiting for help. Warburton trying to stab that ball away. Böhme launches a big one, misses. Böhme can get hot from that kind of range. Manning was trying to take that pass from behind him. Just couldn't quite twist around enough. Germany, a chance to get to within one or tie it if they want to try the three-pointer. Here's Dreimüller. Here's Böhme. Dreimüller doesn't want to shoot. Halouski. Here's Böhme. It's a one-point game. Four points in the game early on for Tommy Böhme. Pratt thinks about three. Goes to Warburton. Puts the ball on the floor. Launches it back to Pratt. Still time on the shot clock. He puts up a three. And now a chance for Germany to go into the lead. Halouski. Böhme is being tied up by Fox. Now he's got it. Halouski for three. No. That was well short. Gives himself a little pep talk. Well, Great Britain really hasn't flinched in this tournament, have they? That impressive 21-point win over Germany on opening day. Warburton had 24 in that one. Then they beat Canada by a 30-point margin. Then it was 25 over France. And then in Great Britain's quarterfinal matchup, it was against an Australian team that played quite well, really their best game of the tournament. And in the end, it was Great Britain eventually running away with it, but not until the very end in a 20-point win. Böhme comes up with it. Inside of 2.5 minutes to play. Both teams have been playing tough defense. Expected nothing less than that. Böhme with 10 on the shot clock. Finds Dreimüller. He puts up the three-pointer, and that one rattles out. So both teams want to establish that three-pointer if they can. Here's Warburton from the left side. Can't get the bank shot to fall. Halouski gathers in the rebound. Watched closely by Warburton is Böhme. Here's Budde. Yes. And Germany claws its way into the lead. Timeout call, Great Britain. Great vision there from Böhme. But it's been a good team effort so far for Germany. That's what's put them into a 1-point lead and reasons to celebrate for Team Germany and their fans. I like Bill Johnson's style. He's sort of letting the players contribute to that discussion about do this or try this. Here's a couple of different things we can do that will try to shut them down. German bench pretty stoked about their situation right now. Into the semifinals in the lead. Later stages of the first period. Phil Pratt scopes out the scene. Swings it across for Warburton. That shot is missed. And Germany heads back to offense. A chance to extend their lead. Dreimüller, Halouski. Dreimüller, Böhme. Halouski still moving the ball around. Here's Böhme. Trying to find a screen, then he tries to cut into the paint. And it's gathered in by Lee Manning, who leads the tournament in rebounding. As a team, Great Britain is not the leaders in rebounding, but Manning is the individual leader. Here's Warburton. And really active Böhme trying to knock that away from Warburton. There is so much work being done off the ball in this game. For Germany, that means players. There you see number 8, Tobias Hell, doing great work. He's the one who drew that foul. Tommy Böhme played the entire 40 minutes in Germany's quarterfinal. They move it around the perimeter. Dreimüller from just beyond the free throw line. And back comes Pratt and GB. Never in a hurry, unless he needs to be, is Phil Pratt. Just put a little too much heat on that one. Germany has a chance to have the lead by 1 or by more. And it will be by 1 point. But a hard-fought opening quarter between these two European rivals. Germany with a 1-point lead over Great Britain after 10 minutes of play. Both teams at 33% from the field. Germany's got a couple of points off of turnovers. Both teams with 10 rebounds, all defensive. So it's been a pretty by-the-books game so far, and not much separating these teams. Gregg Warburton has pretty much done all the scoring other than one basket for GB. Nico Dreimüller off to a nice start for his team with 4 points. Pretty animated, the head coach for Germany, Engel. They weren't able to find Manning under the basket very often, but when they did, they made no mistake. Leading scorer in the game, no surprise there. Minutes played 10, no surprise there. Great Britain has Masostic line up a little bit. Abdi Jama is out there. And the other 4 starters remain for GB. There's a long shot from Thomas Böhme. And Germany's got a 4-point lead. It's early days, of course, very early days, but lots of good things happening for Germany. Pratt from Manning under the basket. It's going to be knocked away from him. And we've got a foul being called. It is on Matthias Güntner. Still 14 on the shot. Well, there is 14 on a new shot clock. Here's Warburton from behind this big screen. Güntner drops it off for Böhme. So Halouski back on the bench. Güntner back on the floor. He's got it now. Drops it off for Böhme. Passes for Dreimüller. He tries to bat the ball to his teammate. Knew he couldn't catch it from that angle. Great Britain getting ready for some substitutions here. Simon Brown is coming into the game. Kyle Marsh is coming into the game for Abdi Jama and Ben Fox. Here's Gregg Warburton trying to look for an option here. Is the option Manning? Yes, it is. Back to Warburton. And he's got it. 10 points already for Gregg Warburton. 11 minutes into the game. That's some pretty good numbers. Böhme. Second in the tournament in fouls drawn. He is has a big target on him from other teams. And he's a good free throw shooter. That time he misses and can't draw the foul. Just a 2-point game between these two sides with 8:20 to go in the second quarter. Germany leading. Warburton has now tied it, and he is just on fire. He's got 12 of the 14 points for GB. Absolutely feeling it. If you're new to wheelchair basketball, maybe you don't know about the classification system. Teams are only allowed 14 points, classification points on the floor. So some of the players, like a Lee Manning, is a 4.5. Gregg Warburton is only a 2.0 classification player. Makes him such a valuable player because he's so good and can score baskets. See Michael Engel trying to inspire his troops on recognizing something on Great Britain's offense, I think, that they want to shut down. And how much attention can you pay to Warburton? You just hope that he gets cold. From the look of those Great Britain fans, you thought maybe he was cold, but no, he's red hot. He's got 12 out of 14. Here's Güntner, swatted away by Kyle Marsh, and it's going to be Germany ball, but nice play by Marsh. That has got to be a confidence booster. He gets all ball on that play. Inbounded to Böhme. In for Güntner. Had a bit of a size mismatch there against Warburton. This is going to be a foul against Tommy Böhme. So, Warburton tipping right up to get it as tall as he could. You can only do that if your abdominal muscles are wicked strong. Warburton shovels it across for Pratt. Manning waiting way up at the top of the key. Pratt's got his own number called here, and are his first points of the game. And if they continue to leave him open, you got to think he's the kind of player who can score. Böhme. Dreimüller. Güntner. Watched closely by Brown. And puts it up and in. Germany back to the lead again. Beg your pardon, we're all square again. Here's Warburton. Shovels it back to Marsh and Warburton and Marsh. And a foul has been called on Germany. This is on Matthias Güntner. Plays at Landau in the German Bundesliga. Warburton does well to keep that pass from going back out again. Pratt. Yep. He's finding his stroke. And he is stoked. Albrecht back on the floor, gives to Dreimüller. In for Güntner. Doesn't want to fall. Nobody there under the basket for Germany, so Manning with an easy rebound. So now Great Britain's got a couple of scoring options, even with Manning getting all kinds of attention. And Philip Pratt saying, hey, if you're going to leave me wide open like this, I'm going to set up behind the big screen of Manning and make you pay for the decision. 4-point lead, Great Britain. Thomas Böhme, 7 points in the game for him already. Here's Dreimüller. Güntner, fading, firing, hitting. Marsh now for Great Britain. The shape of their offense has looked a little different here, but they're finding ways. Here's Pratt saying, hey, I'm open again. That one almost fell. But a chance for Germany to draw even again, or better. Böhme to the baseline. Launches it back to Dreimüller, gets the return. Makes the return. And Dreimüller hits the three-pointer, and Germany is back out front. Fifth lead change of the game already. 21-20 Germany. That foul is on Nico Dreimüller of Germany. So first he sinks the three-pointer, and then coming back down the floor, he takes a foul. First foul, by the way, for Dreimüller. The only player with 2 on Germany is Güntner. Here's Marsh. Can't get the bank shot to fall. And Tommy Böhme calmly brings Germany back down the floor. Nice pass. And this is going to be no foul, but it's going to be Albrecht inbounding it after he had the ball knocked out of his hand by Manning, who got all ball on that play. Still time to work. And now we do have a foul. It is on Brown, Simon Brown. So he puts his hand up right away because he doesn't want Pratt to get that foul given to him. Here's Böhme. And he draws another foul by Brown. So Simon Brown enters the 2 personal foul club. Here's Böhme for 3. Marsh and Pratt and Warburton on that umbrella at the top of the arc. Inside for Manning. All kinds of hands up on him, and he's going to draw the foul. Great work by the 34-year-old from Peterborough. Lee Manning was one of the players on the England team at the Commonwealth Games that won 3x3 gold in the slightly different version of wheelchair basketball. Just a single point separating these teams. 6 lead changes already. Böhme thinks about cutting into the paint. Now heads down to the left corner. Here's Dreimüller with the ball. Watched by Warburton, in for Güntner. And from just past the free throw line, he misses, and the rebound couldn't be gathered in by Manning. It is by Güntner. And that's our 7th lead change of the game. There's Pratt again. Calls his own number and give Phil Pratt 8 points now. One of the things one of the other coaches was saying about him this week in the timeout is make him do what he doesn't want to do, which is shoot. Well, he's proving that when he does want to shoot, he can score. Here's Güntner. Inside for Albrecht. Doesn't drop, and Pratt gathers in the rebound. Manning under the basket all the way on the other side. It won't fall, and it's going to be Germany ball. Warburton was trying to sell that it touched one of the Germany players on the way down, but no such luck. Here comes a triple substitution for Germany. Into the game, Budde, Hell, and Halouski. Out Güntner, Albrecht, and Glossner. Great Britain leading by 1. Inside of 2.5 minutes to play. Dreimüller, pump fake, keeps it. The miss from Germany gives Great Britain a chance to extend its lead. Pratt takes yet another shot. This one doesn't want to fall. Nice rebound by Dreimüller, who drops it off for Halouski, who's quickly on offense. Nico Dreimüller. Nice little bounce pass to Halouski. 5 on the shot clock and 4. Back to Dreimüller. Launches one. Oh, it was a close. It looked good. Nico Dreimüller is a 2.0 classification player. Plays for the Rhine River Rhinos. And he's a really really valuable. Where expensive came from. But he's valuable. Maybe he's expensive. A valuable tool for Michael Engel. Two of the 8 points for Phil Pratt, who is all smiles. Great Britain into the lead. We've had 8 lead changes already. 98 seconds is all that's left in the first half. And referee blows his whistle quickly and says, wait, we got to fix Lee Manning's chair here before we get everything sorted out. That's been sorted, and we are back underway. Clock starts just as Warburton picks it up. Marsh to Pratt, to Marsh, to Brown, and I don't think he was expecting that. And it was a tough pass. It's Germany possession. Trying to give us our 9th lead change of the game already. Böhme into the paint. And the ball was uncooperative for Tommy Böhme. We've got a player on the sidelines, that's Simon Brown, who got a little help from the advertising sign to pop himself back up. That's all he needed. Here's Warburton. Slings it across for Marsh. In for Pratt. Still time on the shot clock from behind the screen. And it's a 3-point lead, Great Britain. Germany is in the bonus. So if Great Britain can draw any kind of a foul defensively, they'll head to the line. Dreimüller picks up the pass. It's a press break here from... Well, it's a press break from Germany after a press from Great Britain, and they come up with the ball on the turnover. And the shot launched under the basket for Manning, and he comes up with it and draws the foul. It's an and one. And Lee Manning quick to point to Pratt, and how good of a play that was by his captain. He just reached up and over the crowd and brought that one in. So that one's not going to count. Somebody moved into the lane from Germany. Here's Dreimüller for Halouski. Work the pass in for Budde, and the left-hander off the backboard is going to draw a foul. So Phil Pratt picked up that foul, his first personal. First miss for Budde. 67% free throw shooter in the tournament. Four-point game. 17 seconds left. A chance for Great Britain to add to its lead. Has felt really close here. Here's Pratt. Brown. Marsh. Pratt, one more shot before the horn. Yes. Nicely timed. No chance for Germany to shoot. So Great Britain just a little better than Germany in that first half, but a really good performance on behalf of both teams. Reasons to cheer, reasons to maybe not cheer for your team. But Great Britain, the leaders, 28-24 over Germany at the half in this men's wheelchair basketball semifinal in Paris. Great Britain shooting better from the field. That was a lot of Pratt's doing. Both teams with a couple of steals. GB with 4 points off of turnovers. Rebounding very similar. Just 4 points separates these two teams at the half in this semifinal. Two of Gregg Warburton's 12 in the half. Just got such a nice stroke. Puts himself in position. That was a nice runner. Nice contribution by Güntner. And then Pratt started to shoot. And that paid nice dividends. That was such a good pass from Pratt, being off, almost pushed out of bounds, manages to get it to Manning, who completes, or at least earns a three-point play, wasn't quite able to complete it. It's a 4-point lead, Great Britain at halftime over Germany. And here we go with second half action between Great Britain and Germany in this semi-final in men's wheelchair basketball. 3 years ago in Tokyo, Great Britain was knocked out in the semi-final by the host nation, Japan. And of course, as we've been mentioning, Germany into the semi-finals for the first time in 7 Paralympic Games. They'd been knocked out in the quarters 6 times in a row, so obviously a huge accomplishment for Michael Engel and his coaching staff and all the players on this team from Germany. They trail in the game by 4 points. He is pretty energetic and spirited, Engel, firing his team up. Well, the last time these teams met in the preliminary round, Germany committed 4 times as many turnovers as Great Britain. That was a big factor in the loss. They have protected the ball better in this game, and that has been helpful. 3 turnovers aside, that's it. And it's time, second half action. Great Britain in white, Germany in black. 4 points separate these teams. 20 minutes of action separates one of them from a spot in the gold medal game in Paris. Pratt launches a long one that misses. Böhme slings one across for Dreimüller. Kicks it back for Budde. Gives to Böhme. Here's Budde. So Germany's first opportunity of the second half does not pay off. This is going to be an offensive foul on Fox. And he's not happy because I think Budde pulled his chair away and that kind of sent Fox sprawling. So the foul again is on Ben Fox. That is his 3rd foul, his 3rd personal foul of the game. So this was long after the whistle had gone. He wasn't happy with that, how that play ended. It looks like Peter Cusack's getting ready to possibly come in the game for Great Britain. Here's Dreimüller. In it goes. It's a 2-point game. 9 points in the game for Nico Dreimüller. Here's Pratt. Here's Warburton in behind Lee Manning's screen, and he drops it in. It's interesting the different coaching strategies and techniques. Engel on his feet the entire game, walking back and forth. And there you see the head coach for Germany, Johnson, just sitting on his chair. There may be times that he's on his feet, but right now he's on his chair, and he usually is. Here's Dreimüller across for Böhme. Dreimüller, 5 on the shot clock, doesn't want to shoot it. Picks it back. Glossner. So Germany using the full clock, but having to because of the great defense from Great Britain. So Cusack is in the game for Great Britain in the place of Fox with 3 fouls. Warburton dishes for Pratt. Sends it across for Warburton. Does well to disguise how far that pass is going. And Gregg Warburton hits another one. 16 points for number 12. Böhme fakes the pass. Here's Güntner. Oh, he's going to pick up his own rebound. A kind of a lucky bounce, but you take advantage of it, and then you can't get your own bounce to roll in. Pratt in for Cusack. Pretty good chair position there. Manning just goes up the mountain and comes down with the ball. And a timeout has been called early here in the third quarter by Germany, now facing an 8-point deficit. And got to do something different about Lee Manning, maybe they're saying. If he gets that chair position under the basket, he can do some serious damage. Got to be an important couple of minutes coming up here for Germany. Down by 8 points. Not quite 3 minutes into the third quarter. Knowing that this is a Great Britain team that just runs away from teams eventually, even if the other team stays with them for a while. And so maybe that's why Coach Engel blew that one. Had the referee blow the whistle for the timeout. Ball's going to eventually be scooped up by Cusack. Here's Captain Pratt. The no-look pass for Warburton, and that is just beautifully stroked. He watched that one, watched the follow-through. The lead extended to 10, our biggest lead of the game. Böhme looking to inspire his troops maybe with something. Here's Halouski coming off the bench again to help out. Here's Dreimüller. But just 2 on the shot clock. Halouski puts one up. Manning there again for the rebound. He's up to 10 rebounds in the game. Finally, one that won't fall for Great Britain. Tommy Böhme. You know, he could pass well with both arms. There's the nice left-hand pass for Dreimüller. Böhme again, 4 on the shot clock. Will he put one up here? Sends it back to Dreimüller, launches the three-pointer. No. And the shooting has gone ice cold here for Germany. And here comes Pratt. Suspect he's not going to rush anything. And a foul has been called on Halouski. And another timeout has been called by Germany. Seems like a pretty good decision here. You don't want to let this get away from you. Otherwise, you save those timeouts for the end, but you don't need them anymore. loud building. It's hard to hear the coach's comments sometimes. I don't know if you were able to hear them, but I wasn't. It's all about the follow through, right, Greg? 18 points for Mr. Warburton. Pratt takes the inbound, gives it right back to Warburton. He gives it right back to Pratt. And then again, and 12 fires, and he's got 20 points, does Gregg Warburton. Great Britain came into this game at a 55% shooting team. And they are at 49% right now. Germany is playing some tough defense, but their offense is leaving a little bit to be desired, as Great Britain's playing a good form of their own defense. Inside of 4.5 minutes to play. Third quarter, Great Britain trying to get away from this German challenge, and now the lead is 14, thanks to Gregg Warburton's 22 points. Böhme, Dreimüller, Halouski. And he puts that one up, but its foul has been blown down already against Great Britain's Lee Manning. Halouski under all kinds of pressure. Ball finds Böhme, and that one thought about it. German bench starts to move. Gonna get some substitutions here. Here's Pratt, here's Warburton from the baseline. Yes, he is absolutely feeling it. He matches his point total from the time earlier in the tournament when Great Britain beat Germany, and there's still a long way to go in this one. Böhme falling, firing, drawing the foul. And that was Palmer who took it. Cusack is back in the game again for Great Britain. And here comes the big switch for Germany. Glossner comes in. Güntner comes in as the foul shots are being taken. So Budde out, Halouski out, Hell out, Glossner, Güntner, and Albrecht in for Germany. This is a regular switch that they make. Germany facing a 14-point deficit. And this is going to be no foul on the play and a turnover. Albrecht just arriving on the scene. Great Britain can't believe it's no foul. Germany happy it isn't. And get a chance to try to bite into this 14-point deficit. Nico Dreimüller, the 26-year-old from Frankfurt. Böhme, the captain. Güntner, Böhme, Dreimüller, Böhme. Three-point attempt. He just hasn't quite been able to find the same kind of rhythm. Different opponent, of course. Here's Pratt. He's going to put one up and in. Just a beautiful stroke from Phil Pratt. Give him 12 points in the game. Great Britain's had 3 scorers in the game. Warburton, Pratt, and Manning, and that is it. But it is plenty right now. 16-point lead. Dreimüller tries an inside pass for Glossner. Doesn't work on the pick and roll. Nico Dreimüller is about ready to inbound the ball. Just needed to cinch up a strap. Nice pass inside. Dreimüller misses. Rebounded by Great Britain. Team rebound into the hands of Manning. Here comes Warburton. Lead is 16 already. Pratt and Warburton trade passes. Both of these top players for Great Britain play in the Spanish League. And Gregg Warburton now has 26 points. Here's Güntner. Böhme. And he manages to draw the foul. That's going to be on Cusack. And that is the 4th team foul for Great Britain in this 3rd quarter. Tommy Böhme, just out of the screen there, went off and had a quick chat with head coach Michael Engel. Böhme's got it now. Dreimüller, Böhme trying to get back in position to shoot. He does. And a nice little runner off the glass. Inside of a minute to play. 16-point lead. And Pratt can't get that one to fall. Böhme, watched by Warburton, 2 stars of the sport. Launches a pass across for Dreimüller. And he manages to get it knocked out of bounds by Manning. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Germany looking for some heroics here towards the end of the 3rd quarter. They managed to draw the foul out of the hands of Albrecht. And I think that was on Warburton. Yes, it was. He seldom gets in foul trouble. He's at 2. A beautiful shot. Both the camera shot there of Marsh and the field goal by Warburton. Jens-Eike Albrecht getting ready to get these free throws up, and he hopes in. Well, 50% free throw shooter coming into the game. I'd call that 100%. Slight difference between the game clock and the shot clock here. And then Lee Manning scores the basket, and he's all tangled up in someone's chair. It's going to be 14.7 seconds for Germany to work. Chasing this game, it's a 16-point deficit. Here's Nico Dreimüller. Güntner. And that's going to do it. One last shot. Don't know if it would have counted. But an impressive quarter for Great Britain. They outscore Germany 20-8. Germany uses 2 of its timeouts to try to figure out some solutions. But Big Lee Manning finding a way to get his team into a comfortable position here. As comfortable as you can get in a semifinal at the Paralympic Games. They're up by 16. Look at the field goals for Germany, just 26% efficiency. That one hurts. Now, of course, as the game goes on and the deficit gets greater, you start shooting from further and further away. What else are you going to do? But they're still only 29% in their 2-point field goals. So hard to try to battle against that big man if you're Germany. Lee Manning gets position sometimes under the basket, and when he does, then he's almost impossible to stop. So don't let him get position, I guess would be the answer. Here we go, fourth quarter action. Germany in the black jerseys and Great Britain in white. GB just 10 minutes away from trying to book their spot in the gold medal game. And a nice steal from Gregg Warburton, and he is off to the races and makes no mistake. 28 points in the game for Warburton. And the lead is up to 18 now. Böhme. And again, nice job by Warburton on defense, as that pass that Böhme wanted to make to Dreimüller just wasn't there. Halouski manages to finagle a pass in for Budde, but can't convert. Pratt across for Warburton. The bank shot is going to give him 30 points in the game. His biggest offensive output of the tournament so far. There's Böhme, launches the 3, short, gathered in by Warburton. We've got a player down on the floor. It's Fox. Check that, it is Palmer. Fox is saying, hey, what are you talking about? I'm over here on the bench. Gregg Warburton, yes, it's a 3-pointer. And when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Germany's got their captain out there, Haller. Pretty good shooter, but hard when you come in the fourth quarter. Cusack takes a nice feed from Manning and then finishes it off. Phil Pratt goes over to congratulate Manning on the great pass. And everyone else congratulating Cusack on the nice finish. Look at this. Nice little feed, perfectly timed. And Cusack with the finish. So that's it for Germany. They've used up their third of 3 timeouts with just under 8 minutes remaining. Well, those two know each other well. In the national team, they've both been playing in Spain, but not together. As in Warburton and Pratt. Look at that, 33 points. Contributed 3 rebounds and 4 assists as well. Got some really nice numbers put up. And for him, I guess the key number is the 57-32, the 25-point lead for Great Britain. If you think about it, it was a really close game. We had 8 lead changes in the first quarter and a half. It was late in the second quarter that Great Britain moved ahead. They led by 4 at the half. And they have just been dominant ever since. Albrecht, Halouski, Budde. So Germany choosing to put Böhme on the bench. I wouldn't be surprised to see him back out again. He and Dreimüller getting a well-earned break. Maybe someone else can get something going. Two for 4 on the night for Budde. Germany coming into the game as only a 62% free throw shooting team. That had the middle of the pack in the tournament. Here's Pratt. Manning underneath. All the arms trying to interfere with him, but nobody can. Double-double for Manning. Now 12 points and 14 rebounds for Manning. Warburton again finds Manning underneath. 4th assist of the game for Warburton. Make it his 5th assist. Halouski. Albrecht. Halouski. Albrecht again from behind the screen. Yes. Substitution time for Great Britain. I think Reier might be coming into the game as we see this shot from Albrecht. So Germany has got Lammering and Reier out on the floor. Great Britain sticking with most of their top. Well, actually, no, just Pratt and Palmer and Warburton. So they are massaging players in and out of the lineup. But their lead is now 26 points. Haller, Reier, Lammering, Albrecht. Winner of this game is going to punch their ticket to the gold medal final, and Great Britain has already got 1 foot in the door here. Here's Reier, slashes in, kicks it out for Warburton, and he drops it in. 35 points in the game for Warburton, and a timeout being called. And I think we're going to get some wholesale changes here as everyone high-fives Gregg Warburton. Unstoppable force at times is Big Lee Manning. Once he gets that body position under the basket. Here's Lammering. Cross for Haller. Slings a pass for Reier. From the free throw line. No go. So Warburton and Pratt actually stay on the floor for GB. Here's Fryer. Here's Warburton. Here's Fryer. And he converts. .30-point game. Now the Great Britain bench starts to come alive. It looks like we're going to get a big change in a minute. And right here, Abdi Jama coming in. Terry Bywater coming in. Kyle Marsh. As we watch that nice feed from Warburton that ended up being a bucket for Fryer. And Harry Brown also coming in. So 4 out of 5. Fryer's the only one who's going to stay on the floor. 35 points for Gregg Warburton. What a game. 6 assists, 3 rebounds. 35 minutes on the floor. And he has helped his team earn a ticket in what we think will be the gold medal game. We know just to have to get through these final 4+ minutes. But it is all but over. Here's Brown, drops it off for Bywater. Jama, Marsh, fades and fires. Rebounded by Sadler. Both teams deep into their bench now. Haller. Lammering, short. Bywater rebounds. Fryer gathers it in. Lee Fryer also plays in Spain at Murcia. Nice shot for the 24-year-old. Sadler kicks it back for Haller. Nice bounce for Reier. And then he goes and gets his own rebound, does Reier. In for Lammering. Foul drawn on the play. And it's on Harry Brown. So for Germany, their tournament, of course, is not over. They will battle for bronze in their next game. And for Great Britain, it'll be a fight for gold. We don't know their opponent yet. It'll be either United States or Canada. But right now, they are not concerned about that. They are just concerned about nursing this one home with a victory. That's good free throw shooting right there from Fryer. Makes it look like he's been doing that since he was in infancy. Beautifully done. 100% free throw shooter in the tournament is Lee Fryer. Germany playing for some pride here. I'm trying to get some things going that, who knows, could be helpful, either in this tournament or another. Sadler fights off Reier, draws a foul. Well, impressive performances by this Great Britain team, that's for sure. But we're seeing from their bench that their bench is also really good, playing a tough defense against Germany. Marsh, Jama, he can shoot. Leave him alone like that and he will hurt you. .34 lead for Great Britain. Haller doesn't want to shoot, gives it to Lammering. He does, and he hits it. Bywater launching one. Reier gets one to fall. Some of these players on both teams, offensive foul being called here. You spend the whole game on the bench, and yeah, you want to make as much of an impact on the game as you possibly can in the final minutes. Haller. Lammering, Haller. Still 10 on the shot clock. Reier puts one up. Got a pretty good look. Bywater under the basket. Good hands by Sadler to intercept. Haller, nice move. Nice little pass on the dish for Lammering. Nicely done. Here's Terry Bywater for three. No. Will he get his own rebound? Not quite, but a good effort. Germany's going to have one more shot at a medal in Paris. It'll be in the bronze medal game. But for Great Britain, they are heading to the gold medal final in Paris. Haven't been to the gold medal game since Atlanta in 1996. But they are going there in 2024. A huge victory for Great Britain, heading to the battle for gold. Bill Johnson and his crew, huge performance from that man. Gregg Warburton, 35 points in the game to go with his 6 assists and 3 rebounds in 35 minutes on the floor. What do you say about this Great Britain team? They are, whoever they're going to meet in the final, it is going to be a battle. Remember, they didn't have Phil Pratt 3 years ago in Tokyo. They have him now at his very best. (71-43). Turned out to be an absolutely dominating win for Great Britain after a pretty tight opening half. Good offensive field goal numbers for Great Britain. 56% from the field. Just 28 for Germany in this game. Rebounding was better for Great Britain, but that's just part of their overall game. Germany did a much better job protecting the ball in this game. The massive presence of Lee Manning under the basket. He ends up with 14 rebounds to go with his 14 points. None of these players care about any of these numbers. They only care about the W beside Great Britain. They're off to a 5-0 start to the tournament. Most importantly, they win the semifinal that books them a ticket into the gold medal game